Hello and welcome to this episode of Dread Captures, the ultimate destination for those who seek the thrill of witnessing the unexplained. Our channel is dedicated to bringing you the most compelling and jaw-dropping camera footage we can find. Trail cameras, security cameras, and other recording devices can capture events that occur when no one is around. We have gathered trail camera footage of wild animals, cryptids, paranormal activity, mysterious creatures lurking in the shadows, and strange phenomena that defy explanation. We have it all. Our team of experts scours the internet and beyond to bring you the latest and greatest in the world of wildlife and the unknown. So whether you're a seasoned cryptozoologist, a veteran outdoorsman, or just a curious viewer, buckle up and get ready for an adventure like no other. Now, let's get into the captures. First of all, this video footage is some of the clearest we've seen. The footage from this security camera was posted online, and it offers a glimpse into something quite mysterious. The video shows the outside area of the uploader's home, and initially, nothing much seems to be going on. The only notable thing happening is some occasional lightning flashing across the sky. However, just a few moments later, something truly strange and unexpected makes its appearance right in front of the camera. Now, pay close attention because this happens quickly. Between two parked cars, you'll notice a figure suddenly passing by. This figure appears to be quite slim, has an unusually shaped head, and moves at an unusually fast speed. Almost as quickly as it appears, the figure vanishes into thin air, leaving you to wonder what you've just witnessed. The person who uploaded the video thinks they may have captured an alien on camera, which, let's be honest, is quite a claim. However, many viewers who have watched the footage are more inclined to believe that what was caught on camera is likely a ghost, not an extraterrestrial being. It's sparked quite a debate. So what's your take on it? What do you think this mysterious figure really is? You guys need to see this captivating video that someone posted on TikTok. Filmed against the backdrop of the night sky, the buildings being lit up in the distance make everything look even more mysterious. But here's where things get really puzzling. There's something strange up in the sky that has people scratching their heads. You can see an object hovering in midair, just hanging out there. When you zoom in for a closer look, it starts to resemble a figure that's gliding through the air, almost like it's floating or flying. People watching the video have been quick to throw out their own theories. Some folks are saying it could be a guy strapped to a jetpack just cruising around. Others are speculating that it might even be an alien checking out the neighborhood. So, what's your take on this? What do you think that object in the sky really is? Let's shift our focus to something that might be a little more controversial, but equally captivating. Have you guys seen this footage? It shows a big animal darting across the camera's view. Its movements so quick they're almost a blur. This creature's agility and speed are amazing. Observing its remarkable size and the rich color of its fur, it's hard not to be amazed by what nature has to offer. Now, you are most likely thinking, this is definitely a bear, but here's the catch. Bears don't usually move the way this creature does. And while we might consider apes like chimps or gorillas, they generally don't walk on their hind limbs in the way this creature seems to. And also, those primates aren't native to this area. That leads us to an intriguing possibility. Could this be footage of the elusive Bigfoot? But stay with me. There's an unusual detail in the footage that we can't ignore. The creature appears to be smaller than the typical depictions we've seen of Bigfoot. Could this be a young Bigfoot, perhaps still growing into its legendary size? I definitely find this possibility to be quite compelling. But what do you think? Could this really be a juvenile Bigfoot? Or is there another explanation that we're missing? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so feel free to share them in the comments below. Next, we have a super creepy video from the TikTok user Creepypesto. This account is known for sharing eerie videos with no explanations, and this one is no exception. In this particular video, we find ourselves in a seemingly innocent playground scene. A young girl is happily playing, oblivious to the horrors that are about to unfold. Her father is recording her, probably capturing some precious moments to cherish later. But then, things take a terrifying turn. The little girl suddenly points behind her father, signaling something ominous lurking in the shadows. As any concerned parent would, the father turns around to investigate what could be causing his daughter's unease. And there she is, the creepy girl, a haunting sight to behold. She's staring right at the father with a face that sends an uncomfortable, eerie feeling. Her eyes appear sunken and her features ghoulish, as if she's a specter from another realm. Now, some skeptics might dismiss this as just an ordinary girl wearing creepy makeup, trying to pull off a spooky prank. But here's where it gets truly chilling. After just a few seconds, the creepy girl vanishes into thin air, leaving the father and us viewers stunned and bewildered. What just happened? Where did she go? There's no logical explanation for her sudden disappearance. It's like she was never there to begin with. Was she a ghost? A restless spirit trying to make her presence known? Or was it something more sinister, playing tricks on the father's mind? Today, we're taking a close look at footage that has sparked debate and speculation for several years now. This footage has managed to capture the attention of both enthusiasts and skeptics, creating a swirl of conversation around what might be possible. When the topic turns to beings that feed on blood, many of us naturally think of vampires, those legendary creatures that have been both romanticized and vilified in literature and film for centuries. But let's consider this. What if there are other creatures lurking in the fringes of our understanding that share the same dietary preference? We often hear stories, particularly from rural areas, of animals found mysteriously drained of their blood. Reports usually come from farms, where livestock becomes the unfortunate victim. But the creature we're discussing today seems to have a specific proclivity for animal blood, offering at least some reassurance to us humans. Meet the chupacabra, a creature of lore and legend, and today, the focal point of our discussion. In the footage we're examining, sourced from a farm no less, we see what might be the clearest evidence yet of the chupacabra's existence. Farmers managed to capture the creature on film as it was evidently in the process of draining livestock. They nearly had it captured too, but in a turn of events that could only add to its elusive legend, the creature managed to escape. This raises a number of intriguing questions. Have these farmers inadvertently provided us with the most compelling evidence yet of a creature once considered pure myth? Are we on the cusp of recognizing the existence of a being that has been dismissed for so long as mere folklore? And if so, what else might be out there that we've yet to discover? I find myself increasingly swayed by this new evidence, and it's certainly opened my mind to a realm of possibilities previously considered implausible. But this exploration would be incomplete without your input. What's your perspective? Do you think we've been offered a genuine glimpse of the legendary chupacabra? Or are we just being drawn into another elaborate myth? Let me know what you think. The video you're about to see is 100. It brings us face to face with the true nature of bears. Creatures we often consider cute or cuddly thanks to the desensitization we get from the internet. This footage takes us to Yellowstone Park, where a very different story unfolds. A park ranger on duty had a close call when a bear appeared out of nowhere. Fortunately, the ranger was near their vehicle and had a firearm on hand. A few warning shots were fired into the air, which were enough to make the bear think twice and retreat. One can't help but wonder what could have happened if the ranger had been less prepared or less experienced in dealing with such wildlife encounters. It's a stark reminder that the wilderness can be unpredictable and potentially dangerous. When stepping into areas like these, it's best to be as prepared as possible and think twice if you're not experienced or if you're alone. What are your thoughts on this intense encounter? Would you feel prepared in a situation like this? Next, let's examine an intriguing image shared by a woman named Audrey. Audrey set up a trail cam in a secluded wooded area, primarily to capture footage of local wildlife. But one of the most recent captures displayed something that deviated from the usual. What appears to be a humanoid figure staring directly into the camera. The odd part? While the rest of the image is quite clear, this figure is noticeably blurry. So, what are we looking at here? Our follower believes that she may have captured evidence of a ghost or cryptid. That's not a leap to make lightly. I have to say, nothing comes to mind that quite matches this. It's a puzzling image for sure, but let's consider all possibilities. Could this blurriness be a result of camera movement or some other technical glitch? Or perhaps, as some might suspect, could the image have been altered or manipulated in some way? Skepticism is a healthy approach, especially in matters like these, so a part of me wonders if this might not be as paranormal as it initially seems. As always, your input is invaluable. What are your thoughts on this mysterious capture? Could we be looking at evidence of a paranormal entity? Or is there a simpler, more earthly explanation? In this eerie video captured, we witnessed something truly peculiar. The front door camera recorded a pretty unsettling event. Initially, the motion sensor was activated by the two cars in the video, passing each other in opposite directions.
Alright, so here's the video again. I just wanted you guys to get a better idea of it and let me know what you think.
However, upon closer inspection, when the footage was slowed down, there was something deeply unsettling about one of the cars. At first glance, this mysterious entity appeared like a typical car, but upon further examination, it took on the form of a chilling white orb. It possessed the same size and shape as a car, giving it an unsettling and ghostly appearance. The orb floated there and seemed to taunt the viewer with its odd presence. But the creepiness doesn't end there. After a few seconds, the floating orb began to morph right before our eyes. Slowly and unnervingly, it showed the shape of human legs. The transformation was disturbing, to say the least, as if some otherworldly force was manifesting itself right before us. And then suddenly, the humanoid legs vanished in thin air, leaving behind a troubling feeling of dread. Where did it go? What did we just witness? Honestly, the video leaves us with more questions than answers, and it's hard to shake off the feeling it leaves behind. Is this occurrence just an optical illusion? Or was it truly an orb that transformed into a human figure? Or perhaps something far more sinister and inexplicable? Whatever the case may be, this video is sure to haunt the viewer long after the screen goes black. Alright, let's check out this video clip from a camera set up deep in the woods. I've got to admit, it's got me scratching my head. If you watch closely, you'll see something zip from one side of the screen to the other. Even though the camera was pretty far from where this happened, you can still tell that whatever it was moving super fast. We tried to get a closer look by zooming in on the video. And guess what? Things got even weirder. When we zoomed in, it looked like there wasn't really anything there. Just something that looked like mist or smoke moving quickly. And considering how fast it was going, that's pretty wild. So what's going on in this video? Well, there are a few things it could be. Maybe we caught some kind of ghost or spirit on camera? Another thought is that the video was already a bit blurry, and when we tried to zoom in, it just got blurrier. That might be why it looked like smoke. Or, could someone have played around with the video to make it look mysterious? I really want to know what you think. Do you believe this video shows something unexplained and wild? Or do you think there's a simple reason behind what we're seeing? This footage is indeed a stirring example of human compassion and bravery. Watching someone risk their own safety to save a vulnerable creature from imminent danger is heartwarming to say the least. In this case, the man stopped his vehicle and sprinted towards the flames of the Thomas fire, ultimately rescuing a rabbit caught near the blaze. His actions have been hailed as heroic by many who have seen the footage, and personally, I'm surprised the animal came to him. Also, he seemed pretty upset about this. I thought at first it might have been a pet. However, it's important to note that experts generally advise against attempting to rescue wild animals during wildfires or other natural disasters. Animals have instincts and natural survival strategies that are usually more effective than human intervention. For example, a rabbit near a fire might actually be heading towards a burrow that it knows is safe. Or it might be trying to reach its young. Interfering could inadvertently do more harm than good, leading the animal away from its natural escape routes or hiding places. Though the intentions are noble, human interference could disrupt an animal's natural instincts for survival. According to experts, if the animal does not survive, it is part of the natural cycle of life and ecosystem balance. That said, the courage displayed by the man in the footage is commendable. It's a poignant reminder of the good that exists in the world, even if the best course of action in such situations is often to leave rescues to the professionals and focus on human safety. In the tranquil surroundings of Alligator Point on St. James Island, Florida, a curious event took center stage. A 375-pound black bear, after aimlessly wandering into a residential neighborhood, found itself in an unexpected predicament. Intrigued by its surroundings, the bear innocuously entered a home, prompting the intervention of wildlife conservation officers. Their aim was simple: sedate the bear and return it safely to its natural habitat. They opted for a tranquilizer, believing it to be the most humane method to ensure the safety of both the bear and the residents. However, things didn't go as planned. Rather than calming down, the dart induced panic in the bear, driving him towards the water. As the bear swam farther out, the sedative's effects began manifesting, making him drowsy and jeopardizing his ability to stay afloat. Observing the dire situation, Adam Warwick, a biologist with the Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, recognized the imminent danger. Risking his own life, he dove into the water and courageously swam towards the massive, struggling creature. The scenario was tense. Adam had to contend with a semi-sedated bear that was understandably distressed, while managing to guide him towards shallow water. Displaying exceptional composure, Warwick maneuvered the bear closer to the shore, a feat made even more remarkable, given the bear's immense size and potential to harm. It wasn't just about physical strength, but also about reading the animal's distress and navigating the situation to ensure safety for both. Once near the shore, with the assistance of his colleagues and the strategic use of a tractor, they were able to transport the bear back to his home in Osceola National Forest. This event underscores the unpredictable nature of wildlife and the occasional intersections of their world with ours. More importantly, it highlighted the selfless heroism of individuals like Adam, who, when faced with a split-second decision, chose to act for the greater good. His bravery not only saved the bear, but also served as a testament to the lengths humans can go to preserve the lives of other creatures, emphasizing the intrinsic bond that links all living beings.